It is I, Demishia Samuels, business income stream strategist, STEM professional, all the things. But what you need to know is that I help working professionals monetize their skill sets in order to build profitable and powerful online brands and businesses. But yeah, so I'm excited tonight because we're going to be talking about a failure to launch. Because oftentimes, as working professionals, we are not actually launching anything. Y'all, we are not launching. We just got ideas and notebooks. Notebook after notebook. Y'all can see all the notebooks I have here, all the ideas that I tell my husband, all the things. But I noticed that people don't be launching. They don't actually be launching their businesses. And I think tonight I'm going to tell you about why. One of the reasons why, it's going to be a lot of reasons, but this particular reason I'm going to tell you about is because there are 3 phases to a launch. There's pre-launch, there's your actual launch, and then there's the post-launch. So tonight we're going to talk about the pre-launch. Okay, because a lot of times the reason that your launch has failed is because you didn't actually spend the time, the effort, the energy needed to pre-launch. And I'm an Aries. I like to get stuff popping and going. You tell me the idea, I'm executing it tomorrow, right? But I had to learn to settle down and to say, okay, what are all the things for the end game that are going to be needed in order for this to be successful? So how much time do we need to promote? All kinds of things that I'm going to get into real quick with the juicy. Make sure you ask your questions in the comments. I won't say no question is a dumb question, but no questions are dumb questions. Let me know what your businesses are, what you're going to be launching soon. If you leave early, no worries. Let me get my little ticker. Sign up for my complimentary Launch to Profit Challenge, bit.ly Launch to Profit Challenge. It's completely free, complimentary. Sign up for it if you're launching a book, a podcast, a business, a brand, a pen, a cell phone. Really though, if you're launching a service product, you really should sign up for it. But yeah, so I'll let that go at the bottom and we'll get into it. I got some notes right here on my screen. So it's not that I'm side-eye, I just like notes. Okay. So there's lots of reasons why you should launch. You want to create excitement, build up. But before you do that, let's get into some of the pre-work that needs to be done. Okay. Pre-work. First of all, y'all, make sure y'all product or service works before you launch it. Yeah, I said what I said. Make sure it actually works, because a lot of times you're not confident to actually launch your product or service because you don't even know if it worked. So because you don't even know if it worked, you're not willing to get out here and actually launch it and tell people that you own it, right? Because you didn't actually verify that it worked. So that's why you're not confident enough to actually launch it and to put money behind it. And by worked, I mean testing it, making sure that it works, making sure that the quality is there, making sure it's something that you would put your name behind and all the things. 2, know how much your product costs. Don't be like it costs $10 for Susie, $25 for Greg, $100 for you. Know your pricing structure, because when you're launching to lots of people, you don't have time to sit here and remember what you told Susie and Tommy and all the rest of the Power Rangers about how much it is your product costs. Know your product structure. Okay. All right. The other thing that I realized that the reason we're not doing this is because you don't understand your niche or your market. Did they ask for that? Did they want that? Are you offering something unique, something they can't get on the internet streets, other places? Why you? If you don't know that, you're not going to launch. If you don't know it, they don't know it. If you don't know what makes you special, if you don't know that you help working professionals and you're a working professional, STEM professional, and you truly believe in the mission of people making 6 figures inside and outside of corporate, period. So at any given time, if anybody's like, oh, you don't got a job, it's okay because I got a business, right? If you don't believe in that, or if you don't know what your business stands for, then you're going to have a hard time launching it. So let's get clear. If you think you want to serve everybody, first of all, why do you want to serve everybody? Why? Why do you want to serve everybody? You don't even like everybody. So why do you want to serve everybody? Name one thing that serves everybody except air that we breathe. And the fish don't even eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who serves everybody? Stop it. Niche down today. It's okay. I only help working professionals who want to build an online business. That's who I help. Working professionals want to build an online business. We can get into another day of why it is I help working professionals. But yeah, I help working professionals. Do not help everybody. Do not be generic. All right? Because everybody can't afford you. Everybody doesn't need you. Contrary to what you believe, everybody does not like Tarjay. Everybody does not like Neiman. You sit here and watch every single day people niche down, but yet you won't do it. Do it. Don't serve everybody. Don't do it. Forget that. All right. You don't have a position. You don't have a stake in the ground. Boop. Like me, it's Hustle Nation over here. Right. And I know that, I'm the queen of self-care. Let's be clear. But it's Hustle Nation around here. Because what is what is you resting from? You don't self-care yourself into inactivity. It's Hustle Nation around here. No problems here. We hustle and rest. We hustle and vacate. We hustle and do all the things, but we get stuff done because who wants slow money? Like, I don't know. Like, whoever wants slow money, I'm probably not the person for you because I don't want slow money. I don't want slow money. I want hustle money. I want money while I'm sleeping. I want money while I'm vacationing. I want my money to work while I'm not working. So I want my money to work 24/7, 7 days a week, 366 days a year. That's what I want my money to do. So around here, we believe in our money working really, really hard for us at all times, right? And sometimes that involves us in the beginning hustling, and then we have put in processes and procedures to make sure that we do not have to continue the hustle, but we understand that money must be hustling. So do you have a position like that? Like, do you have a position where where you're unique, controversial, like, everybody ain't for hustles. Everybody ain't for money. Everybody don't like to talk about money. Everybody don't like to talk about wealth, but I do. So that's who I attract. If you're a working professional who actually goes to work to earn money and you want that money to grow, then you usually come and rock with me. You want it to grow. You want to make sure you monetizing that degree inside and outside of corporate America, then you rocks with me. And so I take those type of positions. I have no problems taking creative position. Whatever your statement is, stand for something, anything, something, please. Everything you watch, there has to be a villain. There has to be a good guy. Choose which one you are, put a position in the ground and say, this is what I believe in, period. You got to do this before you launch though, because once you launch, then you can't be like, oh, I'm about hustle today. And tomorrow you're like, oh my gosh, the hustle and bustle. I'm not that way. I don't do that because I have a position. And some of you guys will flake during your launch. You will cringe because you don't see people hitting a button. So now you're going to try to change it up and change what you believe in. But no, we don't change what we believe in. No. All right. The next thing is you haven't prepared yourself for the launch. So you haven't mentally prepared yourself. You don't have the right systems in place. You don't have the right tools in place. You don't have the right people in place. So you're going to be full of anxiety during your launch. It's going to be a failure to launch because you're like, hell, what if the orders come in? Oh my God, I don't even know how to take a payment. You don't even know how to take a payment. You up here telling me to Cash App you. Yeah. I hope I stepped on somebody's foot. You got to send me your Cash App for every transaction, which is why you can't launch. You can only DM, you can only side hustle because you ain't got number to Cash App. You don't have the ability to say, go to this website and click on the button and it'll take your credit card and then the order will come to me. Then I'll pack it up, or the order will come to me and then your digital product will arrive, or the order will come to me and then we will schedule your consultation. You don't have the systems in place to actually launch anything, which is why you're not launching, which is why you probably should join the challenge so you can understand all the things that you need to launch properly and profitably, because I know a lot of people don't like, that's the other thing. People don't like talk about profit. Y'all, I know that everybody got purpose and y'all out here getting it, but you need some profit to go with that purpose. Okay. Improve your position. So during your launch, you're going to improve it. You're going to go even deeper. Like, I'm going to go even harder and be like, y'all ain't launching because whatever. During your launch it's like revival at church. Like, this is where we getting it in. This is where, oh, you ain't here today? it's a problem. We here for the 7, during your launch time, it is my way or the highway when it comes to your position, your product, your confidence, your organization, your team. It is all systems go. That's why I call it a launch. It's all systems go. Everybody is in the launch room. All the astronauts is here in order to launch. That's what we got to do, you guys. I'm stepping on toes the whole month of June, and we ain't even got there yet because we're not going to go into 2022 broke. All right. You can also do things like create the stuff in advance, like all of the things that you need. Media kits, press releases, social media, email sequences. You want to do it when the launch happens. That's pre-launch activity, you guys. That's pre-launch. It's a lot of work before the pre-launch. The pre-launch is the most important things because you got long-term and short-term in there. Here's the thing. Here's the big one, you guys. And remember, put your questions in the comment about launching. If you have a question about how to launch profitably, when should I launch? Do I need to launch? Is my product launch worthy? Is my service launch? Feel free to put them in there. Make sure you go on to bit.ly/launch to profit challenge. Is going to be on and popping. All right. Here's the thing though. You didn't set a single solitary goal for your launch. I know you didn't. You're like, oh, whoever buys it, just buys it. Whatever I get this time, whatever they put in the offering plate is good enough for me. No. Because remember, we're working professionals, and I doubt that you go to work like whatever they deposit every 2 weeks into my account, the Lord's will, that's what it's going to be. No, you know exactly how much money is supposed to be there every 2 weeks. You have expectations for the work that you provided for those 2 weeks. So I need you to have that same mindset when it comes to your launch. For the work that you put in, what do you expect to get? Write it down. Write it down. Put it in the chat if you want to. If you're launching anything in Q2, Q3, or Q4, what do you expect to get for the amount of effort that you plan on putting in, for the amount of tools, investment, time, energy? What is the expected result? If you don't know, then nobody else is going to know, and you're not going to hit your goal because you didn't have one to hit. You just 3 blind mice out here. So make sure that you set high goals for your launch. Not little goals, not 1, 2, 3. I want high goals. And I know that's relative to what you're actually launching, but they need to be higher. So whatever you were going to do, for lack of a better thing, 10x it. Okay? Next thing I wrote down is I realized that you don't want to actually email people, bother them. However, if I was to share my screen and show y'all how many times Fashion Nova bothers me and I already bought from them and they still email me every day, 20 times a day, and I ain't unsubscribed and I ain't stopped buying from them, but yet you're scared to post 2 times, 3 times about your launch, but you're scared. But this company that all day, every day bombards us, and you think that your one post, your one email, that one person you told is going to get you to your goals. No, it's just not. Sorry. It's just not. All right. So prepare yourself. How about this though? How about we actually prepare your audience for your launch? Like give them some behind the scenes, give them a little sizzle, a little something. Can I get a preview? Can I know something, right? Before the book actually comes out? Can I know that you was at least interested in writing romance novels prior to you telling me you don't wrote a series of romance novels? Like, girl, I thought you was an accountant. I didn't even know you wrote romance novels. But y'all around here dropping secret projects because you swear somebody gonna go run and trademark it. But then when I ask you, do you know anybody? You like, I don't know nobody. Ain't nobody on my Facebook page. So then what you worried about putting it on there for? Because according to you, there's nobody there. So why are you worried about putting it there? Put it there then. Right? Because I promise you, if you ain't got the trademark money, they ain't got the trademark money. Okay, so go ahead and put it out there. And some of you guys are, don't even need it, so these secret goals or these secret projects are cute. But as you start to know when you're actually going to launch it, let's go ahead and give them a sneak peek. Like, you know what? I'm working on this book cover. Ooh, this first episode, this podcast going to be fire. Like, can I get something to know that what you're interested in. Or if this is your subject matter expert, because you should be a SME in it, you should already know. Like, nobody's surprised if Demishia comes out with something that says money. Nobody's surprised if I say something about success. Nobody's surprised if I come out with a book called Corporate Hustle Volume 1. Nobody's surprised if I say STEM Women Rock. Why? Because that's what I talk about. So there's no surprises. They're not shocked. They're not, it's not off brand. It's not. Now, if I came out with, nobody would even be surprised if I came out with a shoe line, because everybody know I love shoes. Nobody would be surprised. However, if all of a sudden I started talking about, I don't know, a daycare. I mean, I have children, but everybody know I'm not watching your kids. Like, that's not going to happen. Or I can't even think of, because I will create a business on their asses and they know. But there's some things that I just don't go. I only like, money, anything that's just money I'm talking about. But I'm not going to be talking about like, okay, couponing. It's not going to happen. I don't. It's not going to happen. Or how DIY, because I don't do arts and crafts. Right. So I'm not all of a sudden going to launch something and be like, this is how you make a bird cage. That's not going to happen. Right. Stay on brand and prepare your market for the launch. Build your credibility prior to the launch. Build your credibility prior to the launch. And if that means that you need to spend some time with your credibility building it, then do that. You can talk to me about that as well. Let's see what else I had wrote down. Have a plan. And if you don't have a plan, definitely sign up for the challenge. But you need a plan. You need a marketing plan. And that's pretty much what we're going to be going over in the challenge, is the marketing plan behind your actual launches. You need one. It's a plan. You need a plan. You might need a sales team or a sales plan as well. And you might need, those are the first ones. Boom. Right. You might need a team, build a team, because for this short time frame of your launch, you might need a team. So those are the ones that I wrote down, that as I'm like out here in these internet streets and realizing that what I've done for my launches, like every time I'm launching a virtual summit, a book, client stuff, even inside or outside of corporate, there's always a plan. There's always a pre-launch, during launch, post-launch. It's not like I'm making this up. It's not like this is rocket science. It's not like I'm telling you something you don't already know, but I know it's not something you're doing, right? And so inside of the challenge, I'm here to give you not only the actual step-by-step ways, but the mindset that goes with that, the tools that go with that. Like, how do we actually get there? And what the hell is stopping us from doing it? It's because we don't have the step-by-steps. But inside of the challenge, I'm about to give you the step-by-steps complimentary, because I want you to launch. I really do. And so therefore, I hope you sign up for it. I hope that you come back tomorrow with questions, because we're going to be talking about the launch itself. Then on the next day, we'll be talking about post-launch, right? For these 3 days, the failure to launch little mini series is for these 3. So this is day 1, which is all about the pre-launch. But do make sure you go to bit.ly/launch to profit challenge. Make sure you're launching. Make sure you have a plan. Don't just be out here like, ta-da, y'all buy my book, and then you'll sell your 20 books, and then that's it, or your 5 books, or your mama bought your book and your cousin and them, or your best friends bought it, and that's it. Like, stop launching to your mama. Stop launching to crickets. Stop it. Instead, launch to profit, because that's what we're about around here, the Pivot to Profit Collective. If you don't hang out with us on Facebook, you should. In the Pivot to Profit Collective group, if I'm going live in there as well, so shout out to the group as well. But if you're not in the group and you catch this on my page or my business page, make sure you hang out in the Pivot to Profit. Make sure you sign up for the challenge. Make sure you ask questions. So make sure that you have an awesome rest of the day. I hope you begin to plan out your next launch, so that in Q3 and Q4, be where the money resides. All right.